Hi guys, happy Sunday. Hope you had a lovely weekend and are still having one, depending on what time it is, there where you are. So in today's audio, I'm gonna be talking a bit more about what healing really is, and I'm inspired by one client that messaged me and told me they never even think about the ex. So they're kind of over the ex and they are really, moving on with their life and stuff. And they saw an ex recently and had a panic attack. And why did that happen? Because they thought they were healed and they don't even think about the ex. Okay. So, healing is not really about an ex. I know that everybody thinks that to heal means to kind of move on from your ex, to stop thinking about the ex, caring about the ex, and things like that. But would you believe me if I told you healing doesn't have that much to do with the ex? I mean, yes, it does have somewhat to do, but it's more about you than about the ex. And these are just psychological facts, guys. So, what healing really is about is you healing from the situations that happened, you healing from the stuff that happened in a relationship and not from the person itself. It also means you changing some things about your reactions and the way you maybe treat people, the way you allow people to treat you, all of those things. So that's what healing is about. It's not about forgetting the ex, it's not about not thinking about the ex, not missing the ex. Healing is not about, craving somebody and then to stop missing them, because people often confuse these two things. Healing is a very complex thing, and it it's not about just this relationship you just had. It's about your whole life, because all these relationships that you have during your life are meant to help you grow and to learn things and learn your lessons. And your lessons and growing are all about you. So it's not about that person, it's about yourself, and you have some underlying things from your childhood and from your whole life there as well that will get triggered by a certain relationship and a person. So that is very important to realize. And I think that the problem that we usually have is that a bunch of people don't realize that, and they think that healing is simply just to forget about your ex and not miss your ex anymore and not want your ex anymore and be ready to, start something new. But actually, it's not that. And then when they start something new, guess what? Same things are going to trigger them. They're going to react in the same way. They're going to have the same type of problems because they are not really healed. And I've talked about this recently as well, I think last week. So this is something that, is not really understood by people enough. And this is why I kind of have been speaking about it a bit more with this batch of clients. So, very important, to heal does not mean to forget about the ex. So actually, you can heal and still want your ex back and still miss your ex because you're healing yourself. You're not healing the relationship you just had in terms of forgetting somebody, moving on from somebody. And this is why healing is important in the process of spell work as well. If you're doing spells for love matters, whether it's ex back or new love, doesn't matter. You need to be healed. And you will never be like fully healed, of course. There will still always be things that will sometimes trigger you. But what you can do is to cope with it in a healthier way and have better reactions. So that is very important to achieve. This is why, no matter what your situation is, whether you want an ex back, whether you want to forget an ex, If you're in coaching because you want to forget your ex, there are different situations here. Not everybody wants their ex back, right? Whether you want to find a new partner and you just have some kind of trouble, sorry, with finding the right person. Whatever your case is, healing is for everybody. Even if you don't want a relationship or a partner right now, still healing. That's so important. So again, for those people who are afraid of healing because they want their exes back and they're afraid they're gonna forget about the exes, healing is not about forgetting an ex. Healing is about yourself. It's working on you. It's focusing on you and it's working on your internal issues. It's working on the way you react. It's working on your boundaries, what you're gonna accept and what you're not gonna accept. And then also about how you treat other people, really analyzing everything and working on your shadow self, on the way you react, on all sorts of things, on your trauma from the past. That's what healing is. It's not about moving on and forgetting an ex. You can actually heal and become, a higher, better version of yourself and still miss your ex. Absolutely, because this is the person you want and this is the person you want to spend your life with. It does not mean that during this process of rediscovering yourself and working on yourself and fixing some things within yourself, you're just gonna forget your ex. Absolutely not. So it's not the same thing. Also, if you are trying to forget an ex and move on from an ex, you need to focus on yourself and not just obsess about the ex, because that is no way to go. But either way, it's about you. It's not about that person. I know it sounds, maybe crazy because the point is the person, right? But it doesn't work like that. So healing is not about getting a person. And then from the words of this client, so this client thought they were healed and they are not thinking about the ex. They kind of forgot about the ex. And then when they saw the ex, they were triggered. They had a panic attack. Why did that happen if they are no longer into this person? Well, because seeing this person triggered stuff inside of them. So stuff they need to work on that, are the real problem, because it's not the person, it's the stuff inside of us that's the real problem. So I totally hope this makes sense. And I hope you guys are doing really, really well. This period is a little bit harder because when Venus is in retrograde, sorry. Like I said, it can be really beneficial to get an ex back, but it can be a bit hard on yourself because depending on your charts and transits, it can be a bit of a difficult period because we talked about the other things that Venus affects. It's not just our love life, it's a lot of stuff. So just if you're having a harder time or if you had some things happen that are not, great. I've had some friends who had some difficulties with their jobs and stuff. If that's happening for you, it will end soon, April 12th. So, yeah, just stay strong. And I love you guys. If you have any more questions or struggles, I'm always there. Bye.